Hello, everyone. So, 2 days ago, we celebrated Father's Day. So I decided that I would do 2 short posts about fathers and maybe tell you a little bit more as we move along. The first story is a cute story called Don't Tell Your Mother About This. And again, it was just written by a friend. So how many of us in our lives have had a don't tell your mother about this time? I know that there were plenty of times that I had it. Usually it was from my dad, when he was doing something that maybe my mom would not have been overly happy about. But this is actually a cute story that I think that you'll all enjoy. In honor of Father's Day, what was your don't tell your mother about this moment story? We had asked that question and we knew it had to be shared here, this one. A female co-worker of mine was miserable at work one day. I asked her what was wrong. She told me it was her anniversary and she knew her husband had forgotten. She had preteen girls at home during summer vacation. I happened to know her phone number. I called her, and one of the kids picked up. Of course, this was the landline, when everybody still had a landline. Anyway, I explained to the kid who I was, and that she needed to call Dad at work and remind him that it was Mom and Dad's anniversary. But whatever you do, don't tell your mom or dad that I called. The next day, my coworker was all smiles. Gosh, he did remember. He brought home flowers and took her to dinner. And I thought, mission accomplished. Not a word was ever said about this. Until 6 years later, when she left the company. She gave me a hug at a farewell luncheon and whispered, "My kids ratted you out. But thank you." It did make my day, and I'll never forget it. I know that there are always, in relationships, times when we forget about a celebration. Sometimes it's a birthday, sometimes it's an anniversary. I don't think usually Mother's Day, but maybe Father's Day. So I'm just going to say, if you have dads that are still with us, make sure that you do something special for him. It doesn't have to be big, but I guarantee you whatever it is, it will touch his heart and help to make his day. So this is another short story about a dad. Dad always knew what to say when I was feeling at my worst. The morning of my A-level exams, I was a wreck, but he put his hand on my shoulder and said, "I'm not worried. I know you've done well." I would also always fall out with my mom over getting work done. But Dad never chased or nagged me. He would just say, "I believe in you, and I know you'll get it done." My dad was never a man of many words, but when the moment called for it, he would always find the kindest and most needed words to say. I'm sure that we can all relate to that kind of a parent moment or moments in our lives. But when I think about our faith, I think about how God always has the right words. They're written right in the Bible. I want you to remember always that God is the best parent that any of us could ever have. Because God loves us unconditionally. God forgives us unconditionally. And God is always there with us unconditionally, wrapping loving arms around us and lifting us up when we need to be lifted most. So put your trust in God, love God, and let God in. Have a beautiful day, and I hope you had a great Father's Day to all the dads.